You know, one of the great aspects of this business is that you really have the opportunity to transform people's lives, you know, not only from a financial perspective, but when you see people that can then begin to duplicate and change other people's lives and other people's lives, you know, it's kind of the pay it forward, which was a great movie sort of concept is, you know, it's just so rewarding to see not only which impact that you can have, but the development of your leadership and the impact that they can have. And as that begins to duplicate and spread across the country, it's rewarding to know that you had just a small part in touching an awful lot of people's lives and making a positive change for not only their family, but actually the next generation that'll come along after that.
Well, it's exciting for me to hear about the families and the individuals where it's making a difference for them literally on a weekly basis.
You know, I made millions of dollars in the deregulation of telecommunications. I'll make tens of millions of dollars in the deregulation of utilities, and the reason is very simple. A $25 long distance bill versus an electric or a gas bill in the hundreds of dollars, the difference between pennies and quarters and dollars and commissions. And so this definitely will be my biggest venture to date. When Chris Chambliss first called me about Ambit Energy, one of the things he asked me to do is take out my organizational report from Excel Communications, pretend like all those long distance customers were electricity customers, and apply the Ambit compensation plan. And I kept hitting the C on the calculator because I couldn't believe the number. And what I saw was that I would have made about $400,000 a month in residuals and over $1 million a month when you include the one-time bonuses. And so that got me very, very excited that, you know, if I had a 10 times increase in the type of money that I was making in Excel, if all the people in my organization at the same time had that 10-time increase, that we could really build something that could become a dynasty and rewrite the history books of the types of incomes that could be earned in this industry.
You know, Brian is a very entrepreneurial person and always has been, and so this is the whole industry has afforded us, me being able to be home with the children and be home when they're home from school, and every day I'm here, and I see that in so many other families that have gotten involved also.
You know, when I go out and I talk to business partners, my number one goal is to get them promoted in the marketing plan as quickly as possible. And the reason for that is because that gets them a large amount of money in a very short period of time. And so what I've found over the years is that if you'll bury yourself in the success of others, yours becomes a byproduct of it. And the real key to that is to get the income coming into their family so that they see a return of their investment initially and then very quickly a return on their investment. And what happens is when they see that and they start to see the dynamics of what that financial reward is doing for them and their family, they get more and more engaged, and you know, success begets success.
It's really been fun to start in the beginning and watch the company grow literally every day.
The dynamics that make Ambit different than any other network marketing company is that we deliver our product at below retail. And most network marketing companies, what happens is the product's delivered at retail plus to garner enough compensation or revenue to pay out the compensation plan. Second thing that differentiates our product is everybody already uses it and there's no education to it at all. You know, what happens is that when you say electricity, you know, into training, you know, turn on the light switch, it's a kind of a no-brainer. And then lastly, what happens is that you're able to not change the way that the consumer buys the product. Nothing changes. You know, the electric meter doesn't get pulled. You know, the meter reader comes and reads the meter, and then Ambit is the retail electric provider for that particular end customer. And so when you can take all those dynamics together, deliver the product at below retail, have a product that everybody already uses so we don't have to sell it, and then not change the way the consumer buys the product, you've got something that literally anybody can do. One of the things that this industry has afforded me is an incredible lifestyle. And what happens in this industry is that you go in, you work very hard for a short period of time, and it pays you years into the future. And so one of the things I really look forward to is spending more time doing the things that are closest to my heart. You know, I'm involved in scouting, I'm involved in a feeding program for the homeless and working poor, and I just really enjoy giving back. And so, having the opportunity to spend all the time that I want with the family and then be able to give back to society is really important to me. And that's what Ambit will provide for not only myself, but set the example for my kids to give back as well.
He has the opportunity to work from home, which is really nice. So although he's working a lot and on the phone, we're always together, which is fun, and he can take the time to be at children's events and go to their baseball games or their basketball games.
I think one of the great rewards of this business is the ability to be at home with the kids, and whether it's around the pool table playing pool or being a Cub Master at the Cub Scout pack, it's just the ability to give back and be around and to be a mentor and to provide leadership and to be a dad, be able to just be at home and work at home, and it's been a blessing in our lives. I think based on the leadership and the product and the compensation plan that we have with Ambit, the sky's the limit. Literally, when you build a company on the foundation that you want to be the finest and most respected retail electric provider in the country, I think a byproduct of that is success for the win-win, success for the consumer, success for the consultant in Ambit, and I think inevitably the byproduct of that is that you become the largest retail electric provider in the United States of America.